The Bondi gunman is expected to be charged imminently after waking from a coma late last night. The news comes as the first of the 15 victims was buried today, with hundreds showing up to farewell Rabbi Ali Schlanger in an emotionally charged service that took place under the watchful eye of hundreds of police and security personnel. Well, senior correspondent Lisette Reymer joins us now live. And Lisette, it's been another confronting day there.
Yes, Bondi has entered a whole new phase of agonising grief today, Sam, with the first 2 funerals taking place this afternoon. There are still 13 to come, of course. Behind me, the floral tribute continues to grow by the hour. From the sky, it actually resembles a single teardrop, representing, of course, the countless tears that have been shed over the past few days. This Bondi street was suspended in sorrow today as Rabbi Ali Schlanger was ushered towards peace at last, his hearse surrounded by heartache. The 41-year-old farewelled at the synagogue he gave his life to. Relatives stricken with grief clung to his coffin, his wife and 4 of his children among the mourners, but his youngest son, just 2 months old, was not. He is instead in hospital, hit with shrapnel amid the gunfire.
It is unthinkable. Ali, talk about you in the past tense.
The room was filled with sobbing as Ali's father-in-law honoured him as a martyr, a man who could not be replaced by 20 others.
I tell you, Ali, vamos of todo.
This is just the start of a series of painful goodbyes. Rabbi Yaakov Levitin also laid to rest today, while this morning Russell Tevelson leant over the body of his baby cousin for the final time. 10-year-old Matilda will be buried tomorrow.
Sometimes it sinks in and like you have a minute, when you feel it, and then the rest of the time you just kind of feel numb to it and you look at it but you just kind of disassociate.
What's your message to the Australian government?
Just to do better, honestly. Put more effort into protecting people and just make sure this doesn't happen to anyone else's little girl.
Always pray.
Naveed Akram, the 24-year-old gunman seen here preaching radical Islam on the streets in 2019, woke from his coma late last night. He is expected to be charged to the full extent of the law.
Guys, spread dawah wherever you can. Spread the message that Allah is one wherever you can.
But questions are mounting over why he and his father, 50-year-old Sajid Akram, were not stopped. The pair spent November in the Philippines, with reports they were trained there to bring terror home. When they returned to Sydney, they moved into an Airbnb, and within a week, neighbours reported hearing what sounded like gunshots.
I think the first one was like 6 shots, and the second, well, there was some bangs and we didn't know if that was shots, but the last 2 were definitely gunshots.
The grief that has gripped this country is rapidly morphing into fury, with accusations the government has done nothing to stamp out the anti-Semitism that's been festering in Australia since October 7th.
There's been graffitis, there's been assaults, there's been someone tried to knock the doors of the synagogue and put it on fire while people was in there. I don't think the authorities did enough to stop this.
Kiwi Alf Joseph calls Bondi home these days and has been left heartbroken and haunted by Sunday's massacre.
We are pretty brave people, the Kiwis. We're lacking population, we make up in heart. And we all know that. And that's what I can say.
You're bringing that to Bondi?
I'm bringing that to Bondi.
This community drawing strength from wherever they can. The Jewish faith requires a burial to take place as quickly as possible, ideally within 24 hours. Due to the nature of this attack, there has been a delay to that process, but today's funeral now marks the start of an official 7 days of mourning as this community embarks on the very long journey towards healing.
Rabbi Eli's service took place under immense police supervision, and the intensified security is set to continue, with more than 300 officers patrolling the eastern suburbs. Bondi is desperately trying to restore its sense of safety. This morning, hundreds gathered for an early swim, reclaiming the beach they treasure so dearly and trying to wash away the nightmare they dream of waking up from.
So, Lisette, a few people getting back in the water there today, but Bondi's still a long way off getting back to its normal.
That's right, Sam. A very slow edging back towards normality, the Bondi that people love and treasure. A big thing that people had been waiting for was the lifting of the police cordon, still a significant police cordon in place here. It was indicated that that could happen this afternoon, but we have now learned from authorities that the process of undertaking that police investigation and protecting that evidence and collecting it all is taking much longer than they had anticipated, and for that reason it has been delayed, the removal of the police cordon. They've also revealed for the first time today that it will be the families and the friends of the victims who are welcomed back to the site first when the cordon is lifted, a chance for the Jewish community to have time there first and to bless the site. It is a day again of reflection as people look forward to the remaining 13 funerals yet to come. And a warning from the authorities tonight as they are aware of the anger rising among this community to not go for retribution but instead to embrace peace and harmony at this time.